Welcome to our presentation on circular economy best practices in the European Union. Today, we are exploring a revolutionary case study. Fairphone, an electronics manufacturer based in the Netherlands. Fairphone stands out in the highly competitive smartphone market by placing a strong emphasis on sustainability and social responsibility. Since its founding in 2013, the company has evolved from an awareness campaign into a viable business model that advocates for a fairer technology sector. We will examine how their innovative approaches to modular design and ethical sourcing have set new standards for the electronics industry. Let's begin by looking at the roadmap for today's analysis. Our agenda for this session is structured into three primary segments to provide a comprehensive analysis of Fairphone's circular transition. First, we will cover the company profile, providing insights into their core business and the initial challenges that led to the unique mission. Second, we will dive deep into the key components of circular economy practices. This section utilizes the KODECET framework to evaluate Fairphone's impact across the three critical pillars: planet, profit, and people, alongside overarching themes like policy and technology. Finally, we will conclude with a summary of circular economy strategies. This will include an overview of the core modular strategies, the main findings from their recent impact analysis, and the key takeaways that make Fairphone a scalable blueprint for the technology sector. Company profile of Fairphone. Fairphone is an innovative electronics manufacturer headquartered in Amsterdam. While they operate in a global market, their mission is deeply rooted in advocating for ethical and environmental standards within the tech industry. The company was founded by Bas van Abel, Tessa Wernink, and Michael Ballester after a successful awareness campaign regarding conflict minerals in electronic devices. This unique origin has shaped Fairphone into a business that prioritizes fairness for both people and the planet over traditional profit-driven motives. They act as a pioneer in the consumer electronics sector, showing that it is possible to produce complex devices with minimal ethical and environmental impact. By promoting a circular economy model, Fairphone aims to keep resources in use for as long as possible through repairability, reuse, and recycling. Fairphone's core business centers on producing sustainable smartphones while advocating for systemic industry change. Their primary circular economy approach involves designing modular, repairable devices and achieving e-waste neutrality through a one-for-one recycling program. This model strictly adheres to circular principles by keeping resources in use through high-quality repair and upgradability. The main findings from their recent analysis are significant. The Fairphone 5 achieved a perfect 10 out of 10 repairability score from iFixit. Furthermore, Fairphone devices incorporate over 70% fair or recycled materials, including post-consumer recycled plastics and responsibly sourced metals. These findings prove that designing for longevity is the most effective way to reduce the environmental footprint of consumer technology. Their strategy demonstrates that ethical electronics can be commercially viable and technologically advanced. The initial situation that prompted Fairphone's circular mission is defined by severe ethical and environmental flaws in the traditional electronics industry. The sector is plagued by planned obsolescence, where devices are designed for short lifespans, leading to massive global e-waste generation. Furthermore, the supply chains for modern smartphones often involve the use of conflict minerals, contributing to human rights abuses in mining communities. Fairphone recognized these challenges as a call to action. Regulatory drivers, such as the growing European pressure for extended producer responsibility and e-waste management, also played a crucial role. By addressing the take, make, dispose flaw in consumer electronics, Fairphone aimed to drive systemic change through transparency and consumer demand. They sought to create a more resilient and responsible industry that aligns with long-term global sustainability targets. Key components of circular economy practices of Fairphone. Under the planet pillar, Fairphone's environmental impact is transformative. Their modular designs and extended software support drastically reduce CO2 emissions associated with frequent device replacements. By prioritizing repairability, they extend the functional life of smartphones, which is the most effective way to lower an electronic device's total carbon footprint. A key material innovation is their high use of recycled content. Over 70% of the materials are fair or recycled. This includes using 100% post-consumer recycled plastic for back covers. Furthermore, Fairphone eliminates toxic materials like lead and mercury from their devices. Their e-waste neutrality policy ensures that for every device sold, an equivalent weight of electronic waste is responsibly recycled. This holistic approach ensures that they conserve natural resources and prevent hazardous waste from damaging ecosystems. The profit pillar examines the economic viability of Fairphone's circular business model. Their strategy ensures long-term financial sustainability by creating strong value propositions for eco-conscious customers who value repairability and longevity. While traditional manufacturers rely on rapid replacement cycles, Fairphone generates value through the sale of modular components and extended service contracts. This model reduces long-term costs for consumers, as they can easily perform their own repairs rather than purchasing entirely new devices. In terms of business model innovation, Fairphone establishes closed-loop systems for material recovery through robust take-back programs. These programs ensure that valuable materials are reclaimed and reintegrated into production cycles, reducing raw material procurement costs over time. This demonstrates that circular practices can be profitable, proving that sustainability is a primary driver of competitiveness in the modern tech market. Fairphone's commitment to the people pillar is central to its identity. Their social well-being strategy focuses on ensuring fair wages and safer working conditions throughout the global supply chain. A cornerstone of their success is active collaboration with the Fair Cobalt Alliance and fair trade organizations to improve social conditions in mining communities. This stakeholder engagement ensures equitable mineral sourcing and supports the livelihoods of workers involved in material extraction. Fairphone also prioritizes consumer education by actively teaching users about repairability and the environmental benefits of their products. By fostering a community-driven approach to technology, they empower consumers to participate in the circular transition. These efforts ensure that their circular model is human-centric, promoting social equity and community development as essential components of a resilient and ethical electronics industry for the future. The overarching components of Fairphone's framework involve policy alignment and rigorous impact measurement. They maintain strict compliance with global e-waste regulations and extended producer responsibility laws to ensure responsible material disposal. Their work supports circular governance by setting benchmarks that influence legislative discussions on the right to repair. In terms of technology and innovation, Fairphone promotes community-driven, open-source software development to enhance device functionality and sustainability. They also excel in impact measurement and reporting, publishing detailed annual sustainability metrics. These reports track CO2 emission reductions, material recovery rates, and progress toward e-waste neutrality, providing empirical evidence of their success. This transparency builds trust with stakeholders and allows for benchmarking against industry standards. These cross-cutting themes integrate environmental, economic, and social goals, providing a robust foundation for Fairphone's long-term systemic success. Summary of circular economy strategies across European business practices. Fairphone's core circular strategy revolves around a revolutionary approach to smartphone engineering and lifecycle management. Their primary strategy is modular product design, which enables users to easily replace 10 different parts, including screens and batteries, achieving a perfect 10 out of 10 repairability score. Another critical element is their extended software support. By providing up to 10 years of security and functionality updates, they directly address the problem of rapid obsolescence. Additionally, Fairphone implements a strict ethical sourcing strategy, integrating conflict-free and fair trade certified materials into its supply chain. By focusing on over 70% fair or recycled content, they drastically reduce the extraction of virgin materials. These strategies effectively close the material loop and extend the usable lifespan of devices. This proves that designing for longevity is the most effective way to reduce the environmental footprint of tech. The main findings and impact of Fairphone's practices highlight its success in delivering measurable environmental and social benefits. One of the most significant results is their achievement of e-waste neutrality. For every phone sold, an equivalent weight of electronic waste is collected and responsibly recycled, ensuring a net zero contribution to global waste. Environmentally, the project has a major impact by incorporating over 70% fair or recycled materials, which significantly lowers the carbon footprint of production. Their modular design has set a new industry benchmark, proven by their perfect repairability scores. Systemically, Fairphone has proven that ethical electronics can be commercially viable while meeting modern consumer expectations for performance and style. These outcomes provide a clear picture of how circular strategies can decouple business growth from resource depletion, offering a robust case for the viability of circular technology. In conclusion, the key takeaways from Fairphone's initiative underscore its role as a global benchmark for the circular economy. First, their work proves that circularity in electronics is possible by moving from ownership-focused models to life-cycle-focused strategies. Second, Fairphone demonstrates that designing for repairability is the most effective way to reduce the environmental footprint of consumer technology. Their active collaboration with mining alliances and telecom partners drives systemic ethical changes across the entire global supply chain. The success of Fairphone provides valuable knowledge that can be transferred across other high-tech sectors throughout the European Union. By combining technical innovation with social equity and environmental responsibility, Fairphone provides an inspiring and proven solution for organizations looking to transition toward more sustainable operations. Their journey proves that circularity is both a social necessity and a viable business opportunity. Thank you for your attention throughout this deep dive into Fairphone's circular economy practices. If you are interested in learning more about the KODECET project or exploring other good practice examples from our catalog, we encourage you to visit our website or contact our project partners.